circle for them. You stick your chin out. Yeah. And then our chest is nice and high because we need to have nice space to be able to get a good breath for singing. All right. Then we've talked a lot about our head voice versus our chest voice. So, woo! This is my head voice. Whoa! This is my chest voice. All right, so let's see if you can show them the difference between your head voice and your chest voice. I am the bear. Ready? And
I am the bear and I am the wolf's owl. I am the bear and I am the wolf's owl. I am the bear and I am the wolf's owl.
good. Annalise, will you tell your parents which part of that song was the chest voice? Which words were the chest voice?
I am the bear.
I am the bear, that's right. And Phoenix, will you tell your parents which part of that was the head voice?
I am the hoot owl.
That's right, very good job. All right, we also talked about having good diction because when we sing, although the right notes are important, it's most important for the audience to be able to understand what we're saying to them. Otherwise, they can't understand the message that we're trying to communicate. So we talked about the fact that diction is done with
The tip of the tongue.
and.
Teeth.
So let's see if you can understand what they're saying. Go.
With the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
Very good. Do it one more time here.
With the tip of the tongue and the teeth.
Yes. So on our next exercise, this also it has to do with having good diction. It has lots of M's in it that we need to say, but mostly we're working on the vowels and how to not sound real country when we sing in a choir. So will you just show them the wrong way to do Mama Make Me Please? So 1, 2, 3, go.
Mama make me mash my Mama make me mash my Mama make me mash my
That's right. So for good singing, we want to have much taller, more proper vowels. This is for good choir singing, right? So we pretend that we are the Queen of England. And the Queen of England has nice tall vowels. She still likes to party like the country people though. But when she parties, she keeps it a little more of a secret because she doesn't want people to know. So you'll see they change things just a little bit for this one. So will you start here? One more time. 1, and 2, Have it short. Excellent job. Okay, so that was our warm-up portion and some of the things that we worked on as far as having good singing voices. We did prepare a song for you called Shine Like Stars, and you'll notice that it has both chest voice singing and head voice singing in it. Miss Linda, does this song, do you think it's okay to stay there and then we can move it? And Isabel, and Phoenix, and Ella, could you guys all move to the second row for me just so I can see Miss Melinda from where she is? I can see me now. Oh my goodness. All right. All right. Let's show them that we learned about an introduction. Where are your eyes? Oh, Miss Melinda is fine. Are you fidgeting? students. Did you see that? We've talked about during the talent show, so many of your students were brave and did the talent show this week, and we talked about what it was to be a good audience member while their peers were performing. And then also as a performer, when the audience claps for you, your response that is appropriate is to say thank you by making sure that we bow, even though that feels awkward, because it's very rude otherwise if the audience is clapping to just walk away like, I don't care that you just complimented me. So I have to remember to bow for you, right? Okay, so next we're gonna move on. Black team, if you'll please, actually let's do this. Teal team, will you please move to the Orff instruments for your song with Miss Katie? And black team, let's move over here to the side, and then you can sit down.
Carry our tail team, baby. I don't guess she gets to play. She's on tail team. I know she is.
Okay, we're ready. All right, so I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about our instruments here. These are called Orff instruments, and most of them are xylophones. The xylophones are the ones with the wooden bars, and we have one metallophone back here. So, can I borrow a mallet from somebody, please? Can I borrow a mallet? Thank you. So, the xylophone sounds like this. Just one little note, and then would you play one of your metal bars over there? That one holds out. That one's a bit different. Yeah. Awesome. So, here you go. You may take that back. Kids, can you tell your parents what these are called? I think I said it already. Hold them up. Oh, yes, they're xylophones. But what's in your hands right now?
Mallets.
Some mallets, yes. And the best way to make the best sound is to play in the middle of our bars. That's what we learned, yes. And are the longer or shorter bars low notes? What are the low notes? Longer. Play some low notes. Play the lowest ones you have. Don't put them on. Just play the lowest ones you have. Now play the higher ones. Play your higher ones. Higher. Yes. Very nice. All right. Awesome. Great. All right. So we're going to play and sing a little song called Safari Song together. Everybody see? Everybody see? Okay. All right. 1, 2, ready, go. Lazy.
Rhinoceros.
Say it loud.
Lazy. Rhinoceros.
Big.
Big, big, big. Spotted giraffe. Big, big, big. Spotted giraffe.
Cheetah.
Move like this. Cheetahs. Move like this.
Let's take a trip.
To the river zoo, to visit the animals and see what they do. Let's ask them to come along, to sing and move and play in our safari song. Yeah!
Thank you.
Put your mallets down. And now we're going to move, if you played the ukulele, you're going to get your ukulele. And if you played the drums, you're going to move over to your drums.
So remember to get in one big straight line, you play these. We're gonna go back here, we're gonna stand up, so you're gonna.
Play the drums.
Good
Play
job.
the drums.
So make sure we're scooting out so everybody can see you. Good
Really wants to do,
I know.
the ukulele. I told her she could do it next year.
Yes, absolutely. So, as Ms. Norris mentioned, my name is Anna Fortenberry, and I usually teach at Center Hill Elementary School. Some of my Center Hill peeps are over drumming. They already knew about the ukulele life because we do it at school. So one of the first things that we talked about is how these are not little guitars, right? Because that's a common misconception. What is one big difference that makes this not a guitar? Go ahead.
They only have 4 strings.
Very good, and guitars have how many strings? 6. Wonderful. What's the other big difference? Or small difference, rather?
Way littler.
They
than
are way
guitars.
littler, which means they play way higher. We also learned about the main parts of the ukulele and why it sounds the way it does. So what is this part called?
The neck.
Oh,
The head.
The head, and this part?
The neck.
Good job. And then
The
this big
body.
part?
Body.
Wonderful. And on yours, the part the strings attached to is shaped like a dolphin. What is that called, everybody? Bridge. What is that little bar that's going to cross?
Saddle.
The saddle, because the strings sit over it just like this. What are these little bars on the neck called? Starts with an F.
Press.
Very good, and that helps us know where to put our fingers. So we're going to be sharing a song with you today that has 2 chords in it. We're going to be using the C chord and the A minor chord. And we have to switch our left hand fingers to make those different, okay? So remember to sing out if you're feeling especially brave. If not, you can just be strumming. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. I used to wag my tongue and hold my breath, scared to rock the boat and know my breath. So I sit quietly, afraid of what I see. Guess that I worked out I had a choice. I let you push me any minor. I stood for nothing, so I fell for ecstasy. You held me down, but I got up. All rain rushing on my face. You hear my voice, you hear that sound, like thunder back to sea. You held me down, but I got up. Get ready, 'cause I have a minor. You sing it all, you sing it now. I got the eye of a tiger, fire, dancing through the fire. 'Cause I am the champion, and you're the hero. Good job. So take your ukulele and do a little back. I've also mentioned to them ukuleles are very inexpensive compared to other instruments, so if you want to hear more of this loveliness at home, you can check those out on pretty much any website. So we're going to have a seat right where you are. Good job, and we're going to be an excellent audience for our drums.
And before we do that, I also wanted to point out, and they sat down and you, that's okay. We have 3 big kids that have been counselors for us this week, and they're true champions too, because they've been doing morning camp with these kids, and then they're also doing the middle high school camp that we're doing in the afternoon from 1 to 5. So they literally have been working all day, every day. We have Addison and Colton Wiley over here, and then Miles Darby is over there getting ready to help with the percussion. All right, Mr. Kayshawn.
All right, hey y'all. Okay, so we've been doing bucket drumming this week, and so we have our buckets, and then we have our little drum heads here. So the first thing I have them do every single day is take their drum head, and there's these little snap things back here, and then they put it on top of it. Make sure it's all nice and good. So class, go ahead and get your sticks. So there's 2 different places that we hit. So the first is right here, which is the or the center, and then on the outside, which is the on the rim. So we have 2 different places that we get. So this week we've been getting ready, What Does the Fox Say? And they've been having such a ball with it. And so we have a few different rhythms, so I'll be calling out things as we keep going. I'll tell them like 1 together, 1 together, and then like 1, 2, 3, 4 on the rim, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then 1 and 2 and stop. And then it goes straight up in the air and not to the side, or else you're gonna hit somebody in the face, right? All right, great, good. All right, let's go. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
That sounded so exciting. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
All right, that sounded a lot better.
That's okay. I want to do. Okay. Yay, there's name.
Okay, we are having a bit of a family emergency, so I'm gonna have to scoot immediately when this is over. So I just wanna very quickly say thank you again. There are little pamphlets, and I thought I brought one up here, but I must have dropped it somewhere. On that little white table where you checked in every day, there's some little pamphlets that say Mid-South Music Institute, and there's some pictures in there. When I went to grab them this morning, I realized that they are now old because it talks to you about our programs that we have throughout the year. We meet here on Tuesdays for regular rehearsals. And we have, since those have been printed, we've added a First Steps in Music program. It starts at 3 years old, so we have a 3 and 4 year old class and a 5 and 6 year old class. And then our first choir actually starts in first grade, not as 8 years old. So if you have a child from 3 years old all the way up until 18, and then we also have an adult choir that meets here on Tuesday nights. So if you sing and are into music, my husband, Reese, conducts that choir, and that person sings in it, and that person sings in it, and that mama sings in it, and those people back there sing and play in it. Lots of really awesome, and that person sings in it. Really awesome, good musicians, but it's for the community. So if you just like to sing, you don't have to have a degree in music. It's just a really, really wonderful place to be on Tuesday nights for adults as well. So feel free to grab one of those pamphlets on the way back. I'm sorry that I can't stay and chat with you. In any other circumstance, I would. But we're taking my son to the emergency room, and I just need to be there. So email me if you have any questions. It's going to be fine, but we just need to make sure everything's good. So I'm going to rush out, but you have my cell phone number and you have my email, and if you have anything at all that you need, you can reach out to me after this, okay?
All right. 1, 2, 3, go.
Count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh. Count on me like 1, 2, 3, I'll be there. And I know when I need it, I can count on you like 4, 3, 2, you'll be there. 'Cause that's what friends are supposed to do, oh yeah. Ooh.
And my org people, will you please stand up?
Now it's down.
Stand up, and then we will all take a big bow together. Miss Katie also can answer almost any question that there is, so you can also visit her if you need to ask any questions, okay?
Bombard me.
All right, thank you all so very, very much.